The Illinois Supreme Court has just overturned, remember him? Actor Jussie Smollett.
What? No freaking way. You have to be freaking kidding me. It's the end of the world as we know it. How are you guys all doing? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure that you are following me on all the platforms you see above and below. Hitting this like button right here is how my content can consistently be recommended to you. And if and when you do subscribe, double check to make sure that you are hitting that bell notification is how you will be notified when I post breaking news videos like this. This is absolutely crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you heard it right. Jussie got his conviction overturned. What can possibly get his conviction overturned? The mountains and mountains and mountains of evidence. And it gets overturned. But guys, there are some particulars and specifics in here that we may not understand because there is just no way. But then again, here in Illinois, the way that our woke system is, you never know. But the Supreme Court, and y'all tell me after y'all watch this.
The Illinois Supreme Court has just overturned, remember him? Actor Jussie Smollett. The conviction that he had for orchestrating a hate crime hoax in 2019 that burned resources in his city, in Chicago, did all sorts of things, and it was all a lie. Well, Smollett was convicted in 2021 on 5 counts, sentenced to 150 days in jail, released after only 6 days behind bars while he appealed his case. Smollett's attorney said in a statement this was not a prosecution based on facts. Rather, it was a vindictive persecution, and such a proceeding has no place in our criminal justice system. Ultimately, we are pleased that the rule of law was the big winner today. We are thankful to the Illinois Supreme Court for restoring order to Illinois' criminal law jurisprudence. Carrie Urban is with me now, Fox News legal editor. So what happened today, and what does this mean for Smollett?
The conviction was dismissed on procedural grounds, and it's a pretty significant decision by the Illinois Supreme Court. I'll get to that in a minute, Harris, but first I just want to talk for a moment about my personal experience with this case. I was at the Department of Justice at the time when the Jussie Smollett story blew up, and I was head of communications, and I was getting tremendous pressure from folks on the outside to announce that the department was going to open a hate crimes investigation. Now, of course, that decision had not yet been made, but I was getting bombarded with that question. And the local people we were working with at the time and the FBI were getting a lot of those questions as well. They wanted to be able to say that that's what they were going to take a look at. But for whatever reason, I had a bad feeling about the facts as I was watching them like everybody else on air. And I thought, you know what? Let's take a step back. Let's take a deep breath. Let's wait 24 hours because there's something about this that is not adding up. And as it turned out, that was in fact the case. He made these allegations up that he had been attacked, and we all know the story. Today, the state Supreme Court, and I'm just reading through the decision as we speak, so I'm not quite finished with it yet, so I can only give a top-line overview of it. They were considering whether a dismissal of the case by a null pros allows the state to bring a second prosecution. What does that mean? So there's something that a defendant can work out with a state prosecutor and it's basically an agreement that the state will make with someone to not prosecute them. It's not an acquittal, it's just a deal. So this deal was made initially with Jussie Smollett. The state came back in various ways and effectively prosecuted him again. And so the question before this court was, is that fair? Is that a violation of due process? Because he held up his end of the bargain. This was the agreement we made with him. And today the Illinois Supreme Court said, this isn't going to work. It's a violation of his due process, and we therefore reverse his conviction overall. So it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. So, Carrie, just real quickly, does this mean that we are then to believe that he was lying and he gets away with it and all those burned taxpayer dollars and both on the case and those people who were looking for, you know, what he said were the two people who went after him and hate crime was tossed around. Did they go after him because he was black? Well, the alleged perpetrators were black. And none of what he said was true. So does he just get away with it, or does this conviction mean what he said was true? I mean, does the court now, does that judge now believe that this man was attacked in some sort of hate crime by black men?
I think this case, again, is really about the deal that was worked out on the front end. And they're saying that you can't make a deal and say you're not going to prosecute someone and then turn around and prosecute them. And that's the heart of this decision. And because of that, the conviction has been overturned. But I don't think it, obviously, that's a very separate issue than what you're getting to, which is him lying, him doing all of these shenanigans. Well, we all know what actually happened.
Yeah, so what you're describing is a legal maneuver that was played early and now has come to fruition for his defense versus what I'm talking about, the truth.
That's right. That's right.
So that doesn't change the truth that he lied. Wow.
So because the deal was that they came to a conclusion and an agreement on a deal that they would not prosecute him, but then they turned around and prosecuted him, that was not the correct due process. Therefore, the conviction got overturned. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, this is our Justice Department right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We all know the truth. We all know it was a hoax. He got attacked by somebody who looked just like me, almost the same outfit, same build and everything, like that same hat. And it was all fake. We all know that. And he did, oh, I'm not through with idol. But you know what, guys? To be quite honest with y'all, he's done anyway. He's done. I mean, he's in the same boat as O.J. Simpson. You know how O.J. Simpson didn't do it? But after that, O.J. Simpson couldn't get no work. Everybody knows that O.J. did it. We all know this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not sit there and bullcrap. O.J. did it just like Jussie did it. So, was justice served? No, because doing 100 some days in jail anyway is less than a smack on the wrist. That's a don't you do that again, bad boy. But at the same time, will justice be served amongst the actual Hollywood world? You never know. We're thinking with all this attention because it caused Empire, a really popular show, to be shut down. We don't think that he's going to be getting any more work no time soon anyway. If he does, he might end up like on Tubi or something like that. I'm just saying. But then again, the way things work in Hollywood, they'll take anybody that's willing to be a open sacrifice, to be completely used by demons and devils to push out a crazy agenda. So you never know. He may be back on the scene. Nevertheless, what do you guys think? Do you think that it's fair that his sentencing was overturned? His conviction, do you think it was fair that it was overturned? Do you think he may find work, he may not find work? Do y'all think you might see him in Tubi? Do you think he might make a huge return to Hollywood? I don't know. You guys let me know by leaving it in the comments after this video. Don't forget to do what you guys see in that cloud right there, if you would, please. In the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, most likely will be up here. Things that I do as a variety on the channel will be here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.